Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. So this installment, we're going to talk about my engine modifications. Now this may be a long one because I got quite a few engine modifications, but again, this is my 11-second build to give you guys the blueprint on how to get your 5.7 Hemi into the 11s. Alright everyone, you saw it on the thumbnail, heard it on the intro. We are in the second of 3 installments of what I did to get my 2016 Dodge Challenger RT 5.7 into the 11s. So if you missed the first installment on exhaust, please go back, take a look on the exhaust one. So today we're going to talk about engine modifications. We're going to get right into it, and we're going to start from top to bottom and get on into the inside. So the first thing is the 392 intake manifold. So I chose the 392 intake manifold really based on a lot of investigation, a lot of looking around, checking things out, getting people's opinions, you know, looking on YouTube, seeing what everyone was saying about the 392 intake manifold, and nothing but a lot of great things. There's a couple dyno videos out there on, you know, proving that these 392 intake manifolds add power to the 5.7. Now there are a few other options out there, and there are some videos on those other options. You got the Edelbrock Victor 2. I've heard nothing but good things about that intake manifold as well. So that's another option for your intake manifold. Initially, there were some problems with the Holley Sniper, but supposedly they, between them and MMX, they got that figured out, and they also fixed that manifold. So now it sounds like that manifold is now adding power. So sorry about that. You know, we got to give it a little bit here and there. But anyway, back to the Holley Sniper intake manifold. It sounds like they got that figured out. That manifold is now starting to make power, so that's another option. Another option is the 6.1 intake manifold. I've heard a lot of good things about that one too, and you know, it winds up making power, good power as well. But the main reason why I went with the 392 intake manifold is to get those short and long runners, which you don't have with those other manifolds. Next is I got a ported 85 millimeter MMX throttle body. Again, you know, did my research, and that just happened to be the one I went with. And it's been phenomenal. It's been awesome. You know, it's one of those pieces that got me into the 11s. You know, there's a lot of options out there. MMX has a couple different ones. BBX has a couple different ones. A2 Speed has a couple. Fastman, he also has a couple. And I've heard a lot of good things about the Fastman true 84 millimeter ported throttle body. Heard a lot of good things, got a lot of good returns from that throttle body. So there are other options out there. Hey, they may pick you up a couple power here and there if you go a little bit different route than I did. But like I said, do your research. I'll let you make up your own mind. But the MMX 85mm throttle body is the one that I went with. So the next is a cold air intake. So I did a whole video on cold air intakes. I initially had the Legmaker True cold air intake that goes down into the fender. I had that for a while. You know, was phenomenal. Made made a little bit extra power, but I'm not sure how much it made over the true stock cold air intake that comes with the Shakers, or the Dodge True cold air intake that comes with some of the other cars. Also, with my with my Dodge cold air intake, I got the snout that goes into the headlight as well. So yeah, I went from that back to the Dodge original intake, cold air intake, and it's been great. You know, my intake temps are a couple degrees within ambient when I'm cruising. Obviously, when I stop, they do warm up quite a bit, but that's just part of the game. Again, there's a number of cold air intakes out there that claim to make power. I can't substantiate those claims because I haven't used all of them. But AFE, again, Legmaker, you know, Spectra has some, K&N has one. There's a gazillion of them out there. Just again, do your research and make up your own mind. All right, the next thing I have is the Scat Pack Stage 2, which winds up being a comp cam, which winds up being a comp cam 270. That thing has been a beast. That cam has added a lot of power to the 5.7. Now, talking to Jay and a few other folks, hang on. Talking to Jay and a few other folks, the 270 does tend to be a little bit big for the 5.7. It did take us quite a while to get it dialed in. But once we got it dialed in, boy, man, Shake and Bake started running. I love the Comcam 270. I have no qualms with it. No problems, no issues. Obviously, to go along with that, you got upgraded push rods, springs. I'll get to the springs again in a minute when I talk about the heads. I also got the Hellcat lifters. Well, the lifters that go in the Hellcat. People get touchy when you call them Hellcat lifters, but they are just you know, the Hellcat, the lifters that come in the Hellcat. I got the BES Delete, which now I run 8 cylinders all the time, 24/7. Again, great power. Love the cam. Love the lope. If you haven't heard, you know, Shake and Bake in the past, go back and listen to some of the cold starts and some of the lope videos. Matter of fact, I'll put one of each up here now. Got to do a cold start. cam package specifically for the 5.7. Jay's cams are awesome. They are great. And you know, with the 270 cam being so big, you do have an opportunity going with one of Jay's cams, which are a little smaller, but could also add power, more power than the 270. This is another one of those things that bigger isn't always better. And there's a few videos out there that if you just go out to YouTube and do a search on big cam versus small cams, there's videos out there that'll, different cars, different engines, but that do prove that bigger cam isn't always better. So again, do some research, pick the cam that's right for you. The last engine modification is I got the HHP BES Stage 3 CNC ported heads. These heads are great. I have had absolutely no problems, no qualms with these heads. They are very well done, very well CNC ported. You've seen the video, just from a bass tune, they definitely add power. There's no doubt. You're definitely going to get more air into the engine, which more air equals more fuel, and those two put together add more power. So again, you have a lot of options when it comes to heads. HHP has a couple different versions of their heads. You also got Thytec, you've got Edelbrock, you've got, you know, a number of different manufacturers that also manufacture CNC ported heads for the 5.7. So again, you know, I keep saying it, do your own research. You don't necessarily have to go with everything I went with. Do your research, and you know, you may come out better in the end with some different manufacturers. You know, you may come out ahead. It's one of those things you never know until you try or until you do your research. So this was a little quicker than I thought it was going to be. I'm at right around 12 minutes now, but quick, down and dirty. Those are the options that I went with for the modifications to my engine to make the power to get this 5.7 boogieing down the track in those high 11s. I don't know if you've seen my 11.9 run. That was done earlier this year, and then I have a couple more 11.9 runs I did last year and a couple 11.8 runs I also did last year. Unfortunately, the 11.8 runs I didn't get any good video of, but I promise you I was in the 11.8s. Hopefully we'll get some better video this year, and we'll be, you know, closer to those mid 11s, you know, get into the 11.5, 11.6. That's just my crossing my fingers and hoping that we can get there. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one. So if you're stopping in for the first time, please go ahead and check out my other videos, everything else that's going on with the channel. If you like what's going on, do me those four big things that really help out. One, first off, subscribe. Two, like those videos that you like. Three, comment on those videos that you like. I do return answers to people's comments and my thoughts on, you know, what they think they should go with, or if they're going with a different manufacturer or something like that. I will respond with my opinion on whatever modification you're doing. And the last thing is, you know, hit that notification bell so you get notifications when I upload new content. We're getting right at that 1,300 subscriber range. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please keep hitting that subscribe button. Let's get the channel built up. Let's get a few thousand subscribers, and let's get all our 5.7s running in tip-top shape beating up on those Scat packs. So that's going to do it, folks, for this one. Until next time, adios.